everybody. It's Miss Paula, and just wanted to say I miss you all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're listening to your family and making good choices. And I thought every couple days I might come on and send a video to you of me reading some of our favorite stories. So last week in class we were reading all about Laura Numeroff, who is the author. That means she writes the words. And the stories are illustrated by Felicia Bond, and that means she makes the pictures. And we know Laura Numeroff. We read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. We talked about If You Give a Dog a Donut. So I pulled out If You Give a Moose a Muffin. And remember last week we talked about how Laura Numeroff's special part of her stories is whatever she starts with, she talks about all kinds of other things and ends up right back at the very first thing she talked about. So, If You Give a Moose a Muffin. And I don't know if the story is going to come out backwards because I have it on selfie mode, so I apologize if it does. If you give a moose a muffin, he'll want some jam to go with it. So you'll bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. And when they're all gone, he's going to ask you to make more. You'll have to go to the store to get more muffin mix. He's going to want to go with you. And when he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask if he can borrow a sweater. When he puts the sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread, and he'll start sewing. The button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. Oh, this crazy moose. So he's going to ask you for some old socks so he can make sock puppets. When they're done, he's going to want to put on a puppet show. He'll need some cardboard and paint. Then he'll ask you to help him make the scenery. When the scenery's finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers are going to stick out. So he'll ask for something to cover them up. So then you'll bring a sheet from your bed. And when he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and shout, "Boo!" It'll scare him so much, he's going to knock over the paint. So he'll use the sheet to clean up his mess. Then he's going to ask you for some soap to wash it out. He'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Oh no, what's happening? Seeing the blackberries. Oops, I didn't show you that page. Let me go back there. I apologize. Wonder if you see what's happening here. Seeing the blackberries will remind him of her jam. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him the jam, now I'm going to stop right there, and I can't hear you, but I'm wondering if you can figure out what is he going to want with his jam. Remember, the end of the story ends the same way it started. So at the beginning, he wanted something, and we went around all this crazy stuff he did. And now what do you think he wants? So chances are, if he wants the jam, he's going to want a muffin to go with it. Yep, he started right back at the beginning wanting a muffin again, and that is the title of our story, If You Give a Moose a Muffin. So thank you for listening. I hope you're all making good choices and enjoying your long break. I miss all of you very much, and I will come back on in a day or two and read another story. So I have lots of stories. If there's one you really want to hear, you can ask your parents if you can send me a message. I'll see if I have it here. I don't have some of our favorites. They're still at school, but I have a lot of books. I'll show you some of my books over there. So I might have one that you're interested in hearing. If not, I will find one somewhat close. Okay, hope you're all doing well, and make sure you're making good choices, practicing all the things your parents are telling you to do, and I can't wait to see you. Okay?